Stephen A., I would be remiss if I didn't say this. A lot of this noise came by people that were sitting on this network. They tried to minimize her, said, well, you giving her all this credit. What about the women that came before her?
Shannon Sharpe is not holding back. Critics have been relentless. But Sharpe? He's not having any of it. Caitlin Clark, who's had one of the most record-breaking rookie seasons in WNBA history, has been the subject of unfair criticism. People are trying to downplay her incredible contributions to women's basketball. But Sharpe has stepped up yet again to defend her. And let's be honest, when Sharpe speaks, people listen. Recently on ESPN's First Take, Sharpe put those critics on blast, passionately defending Clark against biased commentary. He's questioning why some ESPN analysts aren't giving Clark the respect she deserves. And here's the thing, Sharpe isn't just talking about basketball. He's talking about why Caitlin Clark's success matters. Let's break this down. Caitlin Clark is a game changer. She's broken records, led her team to the playoffs, and has become one of the most talked about names in women's sports. Yet, instead of celebrating that, some people are quick to compare her to past legends, trying to dim her shine. Sharpe? He's not letting that slide. In his own words, Caitlin Clark is box office. And he's right. Every time she steps on the court, she's making history. But Sharpe took it a step further, pointing out how people often try to tear down today's stars by focusing on irrelevant comparisons. And Sharpe made it clear, acknowledging Clark's greatness does not take away from past athletes. Instead of nitpicking, we should be celebrating the fact that a rookie has already cemented her place in WNBA history. Now, we have to talk about why this hits so hard. Caitlin Clark's rookie season has been nothing short of legendary. She set the single-season assist record, scored the most points of any rookie, and even led the Indiana Fever to the playoffs. And yet, she's facing flagrant fouls, biased commentary, and unnecessary criticism. But Sharpe? He's having none of it. He's shining a light on how Clark has been targeted, literally. Let's not forget the incidents on the court, like when she was shoved by Seattle Storm's Skylar Diggins-Smith. These aren't just physical plays. They're direct attempts to undermine a player who's rising too fast for some to handle. Sharpe even went as far as comparing the situation to basketball great Larry Bird. Just like Bird, Clark is being targeted because she's exceptional. And this is a theme we've seen before. When someone is breaking barriers, the backlash often follows. But Sharpe's message is clear. We need to appreciate what Caitlin Clark is bringing to the game, not tear her down. Sharpe has been vocal about this before. On an episode of Nightcap with Chad Johnson, he spoke about the animosity towards Clark, highlighting how jealousy often rears its head when someone is doing something unprecedented. And Clark? She's doing exactly that. At just 21 years old, she's leading her team, breaking records, and proving that she's here to stay. And let's talk about those records. Clark shattered the single-season assist record, piling up dimes like no other rookie before her. On top of that, her scoring prowess is unmatched, making her a first-team All-WNBA selection in her very first season. That's unheard of. But here's the kicker. Clark's not just good. She's changing the game. Every time she steps on the floor, she elevates her teammates, inspires young girls to pick up a basketball, and proves that the WNBA's future is brighter than ever. This is why Shannon Sharpe is so passionate. Clark represents the future, and to see her getting disrespected, it doesn't sit well with him. Let's not forget that Sharpe has a long history of standing up for athletes he believes in. His admiration for Clark goes beyond just her stats. It's about the way she handles the pressure, the expectations, and even the unfair treatment. Sharpe knows a star when he sees one, and he's making sure everyone else does too. Now, as we dive deeper into this, you have to wonder, why are people so quick to criticize a player who's clearly earned her spot at the top? Is it jealousy? Is it fear that she's going to completely redefine what it means to be a WNBA star? Whatever it is, Shannon Sharpe is making sure that narrative doesn't go unchecked. He's calling out not just the critics, but also the WNBA for not stepping in when players like Clark are targeted on the court. It's one thing to handle the pressure, but when you're constantly facing unfair fouls and cheap shots, it's hard to focus on the game. Sharpe's right. The league needs to do better in protecting its rising stars. So, what can we take away from all this? Well, for one, Caitlin Clark is the real deal. She's already accomplished more in her rookie season than most players do in their entire careers. And she's just getting started. Sharpe's unwavering support for her isn't just about defending an athlete. It's about defending the future of women's basketball. As we look ahead to what's next for Clarke, one thing's for sure. She's going to keep breaking records, keep proving the doubters wrong, and keep shining as one of the brightest stars in the WNBA. And thanks to people like Shannon Sharpe, those critics, they're going to have to start giving her the respect she deserves. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you agree with Shannon Sharpe's take on Caitlin Clarke? Is she getting the respect she's earned? Or are people too quick to tear her down? Drop your thoughts, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth sports takes just like this one.